It's been a while, and I apologize. I've been away from home for about a month now. I went to California to help a family with a project, and now that I'm back, I'm ready to dive deep again. And I did crochet there. I was planning on crocheting in California, but I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. So I had started a bag when I was there, and it was gonna be this granny square bag. I'll post a picture somewhere over here to show you what kind of the original inspo was. But as I was crocheting it, I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know, like, I was like, I'm probably not gonna wear this, honestly. I don't know. But it just wasn't the vibe. And so then I took a step back from it and realized that I was doing the pattern wrong anyway, so that gave me an excuse to start over, and which is good for me because it's fine. Anyways, so I started over, and I'm deciding that I'm gonna attempt on making a skirt, like a granny square skirt. I have a few granny squares started already, but that's what I'm gonna be working on today. And getting, hopefully, I'm gonna try and get all my granny squares done today, and then I can like start mapping out how I want to like connect all of them, because I don't know how to do that yet. So this is the pattern I kind of have laid out right now. I did add like the plain white squares and then a pop of blue. I really like those colors together. And then I just like, this was my original attempt at like the bag. But now like looking with them together, side by side, I don't know if I'm gonna make a top yet. I don't know just yet. But this is what the pattern of the skirt is looking like. I definitely think I'm gonna do one more row of granny squares because I don't want my booty cheeks out, you know? So yeah, I gotta do another row and then a waistband, and then obviously the back panel as well. Ultimately, I did decide to do 18 granny squares. I did 2 panels of 3x3 for my skirt. If anyone knows how to, I don't know, like a tip, because I always feel like my yarn is like rolling off the couch and like I'm constantly like pulling on it, and it just, I don't know. Is there an easy way to do this? Just let me know. I'm new to this. Here's a little update on the pattern so far. We have a front panel and a back panel. It's looking pretty good. I really am glad that I ended up doing another row, because then it gave me the opportunity to like play around with some more patterns on the squares, and I'm really liking how it's turning out. Okay, so today is the moment of truth. I'm finishing this skirt. I am finishing this skirt today. I've got all my granny squares crocheted, and I just have to start attaching them, and I've been watching these videos for like a long time now, trying to figure out, there's so many ways to attach them. I don't know which one. I'm probably gonna have to like redo it and whatever a couple times just to make sure that I like the way that I'm attaching them. But there's literally like a trillion ways to attach these. I don't know why I'm stressing about this. Stop. Okay, I'm going to attach all the granny squares, and I have to make a band to go around the waist. But I think that's pretty straightforward in the way that I'm going to do it, so see you soon. Before I started stitching the squares together, I started to sew in the loose ends of all the granny squares, and that actually took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. I literally love crocheting because you can do it literally anywhere, so here's me at the pool tying in those loose flyaways. So for me connecting the squares, I ended up doing a web stitch, which is also known as the invisible seam stitch. I'll leave a link in the description on how to do that. Okay, so I know that I was gonna finish this today. I said that so confidently in my last video. What are you laughing about?
I sniffled.
Anyways, so I know I said that I was gonna finish this earlier so confidently, but I even added that extra row, and I sewed in all the ties and everything, and then I got ready to like kind of like just measure how things were going, and I thought this was big enough, but then I stood up and I tried it. Let me see if I can, and then I looked at the sides. That's definitely, I don't know, like, my waist is too large, so I'm gonna have to figure out another, like, I gotta do the side panels, which I didn't think I would have to do because I thought that would be long enough to, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe it will stretch. I'll see, I'll have to see. Maybe I can. I'll just, like, sew these sides together tomorrow and see if it'll fit. And then if it doesn't, I'll just have to, like, undo them, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so this is the actual day I'm going to finish this skirt. I know I said I was going to yesterday, and I definitely could have stayed up later and done it, but I slept on my dilemma because I was thinking about making more grading squares for this skirt. But this morning I woke up and I was like, you know what the heck, I'll just try and sew the sides together, see what's up, and then I can reevaluate from there. So I did that, and instead of like stitching it all the way to the bottom of the skirt, I left a little slit on the sides, and it worked. So I'll show you. So this is what the skirt is looking like so far. And I left like a little slit in the side so it wasn't like super duper tight at the bottom. But yeah, it actually fits pretty well. Like, it's stretched pretty nicely and it fits my body nicely. Now I just have to create the waistband so I can create like a little drawstring type deal in the waist. And yeah, should be done with this skirt finally. So for the waistband, it was pretty straightforward. I just double crocheted a row at the top of the skirt and then braided a string that was about 50 inches. I would probably do it a little bit longer because it was a little bit shorter in the end than I wanted. And then I just weaved those, weaved the string into the top row to make a drawstring waistband. Once I did that, I was finished with the skirt. I'm very pleased with how this turned out. I love that I added the blue. It definitely adds a pop of color that I wanted. And it fits really well. So I would probably make the drawstring a little longer, but other than that, I am really happy with the final product. Thanks so much for staying to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me struggle to crochet this skirt. It took me a little longer than I wanted it to, but I'm actually really excited about how the way it turned out. I have 2 more pieces that I want to crochet for this series. Again, I'm gonna redo the bag. Excuse me. Why are you crying? I'm gonna take another shot at the bag that I was originally going to create for this video, but maybe do a different style. I don't know yet. And then what else? And I know in the first video I said that I was going to do a dress, but I think instead I'm going to do a set, like a like cotton shorts and like a cotton bralette, maybe. Yeah, please subscribe and comment down below what you want to see next. Please leave a like on this video and I will see you in the next one.